back. So he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Westbrook against Johnson. Pass to Jones. There's the triple. Nails it from three.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Shays. Here's Petrovic, defended by Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
If you ask me, I think Petrovic is clearly one of the best three-point shooters in the world. So good from deep.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Malone. Back to Johnson. Up and in on the layup.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
The Spurs have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Shays. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot by James, no good. And Dallas with possession. Johnson with it. Excellent D there from Westbrook.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
To the inside. Petrovic. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Timeout, timeout.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
On the court,
And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. Second, the Spurs.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Jones finds Johnson. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by Thurman. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. All right, time for an injury report.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Dallas, and it looks like it's a severe ankle sprain. It's a serious injury, but they're hoping he's avoided any structural damage. Right now, they've got to focus on assessing just how bad this is and how they move forward. BA, adjustment time has arrived early this season.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And in the training room, guys, I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Russell Westbrook.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 4-point game. Pass to Pippen. Johnson a screen on James. Here's Pippen. From outside, off the mark. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Basket's good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Mavericks have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Outside Johnson. Throws it up high. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by James. Westbrook taking his time here. Pass to Thurman. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shays. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And so it's Dallas with it. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Down low. Here's Malone. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Showing off the power right there. Karl Malone does not mess around down low.
Westbrook, the pass to Petrovic. Off target from outside. Dallas trails by 6. Pass to Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. Inside. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
San Antonio with the ball. Now here's Westbrook. James outside. Pass to Petrovic. Back to James. Knocks down the 18-footer.
The mid-range jumper has really been a vital part of LeBron's game in the second half of his career.
To the paint. Here's Randolph. Got a hand on it. Petrovic passes to Shays. Here's Petrovic. Pass to Westbrook. Off target from three-point range.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Johnson. Goes up again, and it's rejected.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Here's Shays. James passes to Westbrook. Back to James. Pass to Shays from the arc. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Boy, still such an outstanding distributor. James takes great joy in finding his teammates in their spots.
Dallas trails by 9. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And the basket by Pippen.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Now, here is James. Back to Westbrook. And no good. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Takes a 3. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from James. Westbrook's got 7.
Love the preparation that time by Westbrook. He was ready to shoot it before he caught it.
Outside Jones. The 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Thurman's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Westbrook. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's an 11-point San Antonio lead.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Shays. He's got 5. It's blocked.
Good to see Malone working hard on the defensive end. His team appreciates that type of effort.
Pass to Randolph. Here's Pippen. Jones with the ball. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Now James hits the trifecta. He's got 5.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Johnson a screen on James. Here's Pippen. It's hauled in by Thurman. Thurman's got 5 rebounds tonight. James outside. Pass to Shays. Back to James. And slam dunk by James.
LeBron James refusing to be denied, just muscling through that foul to get the shot off.
First personal foul, first team foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special, special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
Here's Mashburn. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to James.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Westbrook outside. Driving to the basket, and he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. Dallas trails by 14. Mashburn, the pass to Harper. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Now remember, Ron Harper is 6'6", and he's long. Huge for somebody that plays a lot of point guard, and that helps him operate down low, too.
Here's Chenier. There's a screen. To the middle. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. For San Antonio, Butler comes in for James, and Jamal Murray is subbed in for Westbrook. .119 left in the first quarter here. Here's Harper, defended by Murray. He drops it from range. Pippen's got his second bucket on the night.
Scottie Pippen, a dependable shooter from here now. Like how he gets his feet set first. That's fundamental, but essential.
Outside Murray. Let's go with a 3. On target from range. And the Spurs lead by 12.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Pippen. He's got 6. Jacks up a 3. Mashburn's shot is off. San Antonio leading by 12. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Butler with the jam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Harper, defended by Murray. And Harper gets it to go.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
From deep three-point land. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. San Antonio on top, up by 12. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Spurs. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. So on the floor for the Spurs, we've got Butler, and it's Murray in at the 1. Here's Chenier. Still without a bucket. Just 5 to shoot. And he lays it up and in. And the Spurs lead by 14.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Outside Butler. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. San Antonio leading by 11. Pass to Chenier. From about 19. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Randolph's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harper passes to Jordan. Here's Harper, defended by Murray. Jordan, the screen. Here's Harper. Offensive rebound. Jordan misses.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Butler passes to Shays. Murray with it for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Pass to Mashburn. Here's Pippen. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Pippen's got 8.
The thing about Pippen's jumper is that he gets good elevation and extension on it, making it hard to contest it.
Outside Butler. To the paint. Here's Chenier. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
And the first one at the line is good. Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Dallas trails by 10. Inside, here's Mashburn, and it's Shays with a rebound. Shays has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Butler passes to Shays. Yep, that one's good. He's got 7.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Harper. 7 points in the game, and the shot's good.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. It's stolen. Here's Pippen. Butler covering. Here's Pippen. Give him 8. Pass to Jordan. And slam by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan's still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Chenier. Outside Butler. Here's Petrovic. Shoots over Johnson. Petrovic shot is off. Johnson inside. Uneasy two on the layup. Johnson's got 6 points.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Chenier. Down low. And Petrovic gets it to go.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And he lobs it up.
Taking flight, Scottie Pippen going upstairs.
Here's Chenier. Pass to Shays. Here's Petrovic. Oh, Jordan with the block. Here's Mashburn. Driving inside. Yep, that one goes. And now it's just a 4-point San Antonio lead.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. San Antonio, third.
Now, we all know they didn't allow any easy buckets last season. I mean, their defense was tremendous, and the rim protection was just outstanding.
Here's Lambier. Still no points. Back to Westbrook. To the inside. And that's good. Off the glass that time. And the Spurs lead by 6.
This is where Lambier looks to score often. He's really an accomplished interior scorer.
Outside Johnson. Here's Malone. Inside. And he lobs it up to the rim. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
James deciding where to go with it. Ooh, hard finish from LeBron.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Pass to Malone. Here's Harper, pounded by Westbrook. Jordan with a screen on Westbrook. Clock at 6. From the stripe. Can't bury it. His 5th miss in 9 tries. Dallas trails by 8. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
Ball goes to San Antonio.
Both teams deciding to change it up. San Antonio leading by 8. Down low, Petrovic. Deflected. Here's Harper. He's got 9. Pass to Johnson. Here's Malone. James brings the double team. Here's Mashburn. 5 on the clock. LeBron with the rebound.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Westbrook right side. Back to James. Lets it fly. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
To stop the drought. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
Here's James. Kicks it out to Westbrook. No good on the 3.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Here's Harper. Here's Malone. Check by James. From 17. Rebound by San Antonio. They've led by as many as 14. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Mashburn's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Johnson. Pass to Malone. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
You know, it's really tough to go up against Malone because he's so big and strong, which is why the defense oftentimes is forced to foul him. Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
But I tell you what, if you wanted the template for the perfect power forward, it might be Karl Malone. I mean, he's got everything you want in a 4-man.
Both shots good from the strike. San Antonio leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Thurman. The putback. For Dallas, they've gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Pass to Pippen. To the paint. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Right there, Randolph doing a good job opening up space for the shooter with the solid screen.
Westbrook against Johnson. And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Setting the table for his teammates, James. Enjoy sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
Here's Randolph. Yet to see a basket. It's stolen by James.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Westbrook against Johnson. Pass to Petrovic. James double teamed. Here's Shays. He has 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Dallas trails by 6. Here's Pippen. 10 points for him.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in, shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
Here comes LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Jones with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. Here's Johnson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, the defender that time a little out of position. Johnson smart enough to take advantage of it.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
Hey, the respect Johnson's teammates have for him is obvious. They trust his decision-making and follow his lead.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 4. Pass to Pippen. Lots of room. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Pippen's got 12.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And for San Antonio, they're shooting the rock well at 46%. Westbrook outside. And the 3 off target.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Pippen. He's got 12. Back to Johnson. Puts up a 3. The shot no good. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. San Antonio on top, up by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Spurs, 49.
Their offense is flowing. Guys are getting into their spot. The ball is finding them. Great execution so far, guys.
I'd say our halftime show is going just as smoothly. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. This next one comes to us from Unicorn Armand. They ask, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
Okay, Ernie, let me take this. In culinary terms, it's the vegetable. But from a botany standpoint, it's a fruit because of the seeds.
What do you mean, bought any? I bought plenty of tomatoes and I got all of them from the veggie section.
He said botany, as in the science of studying plants.
Science, you don't need to overthink it, Ernie. If it can go on a burger, it's a vegetable.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Here's Westbrook. They've got Johnson, and it's Randolph in at the center position. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. And the shot is good by Westbrook. 11 points in the game.
You know, Westbrook able to score from anywhere. He just is so assertive and confident in what he can do out there.
Outside Jones. The 3 is up. And it's Shays with a rebound. Shays has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Petrovic. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Now Johnson. Pass to Pippen. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Pippen's got 15 points.
Excellent confidence on display there from Scottie Pippen. Feels like he can take and make these shots whenever he wants to.
James outside. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Johnson passes to Malone. Outside Jones. Launches a 3. And it's Shays with a rebound. Shays has got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Westbrook. It's James with the drive. Here's Shays. There's a screen. Just 4 to shoot. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Johnson against Westbrook. Outside Jones. From downtown. Rebound by San Antonio. Thurman's got 8 rebounds in the game.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Petrovic passes to Thurman. Pass to Petrovic. And here's Westbrook. 11 points in the game.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
To the inside, Malone. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Dallas trails by 8. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Shays passes to Petrovic. Down low. And slam dunk by James.
How many times have we seen LeBron do this? Take over a game. Put up big scoring numbers. A bunch.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Granted, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise! The loudest and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, fans! It's time for t-shirts!
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Pippen. They set the screen. Here's Randolph. Just 5 on the clock. Jones, the pass to Johnson. Shoots over Westbrook. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Shays. He's got 10. And he's going for the lob. They swipe it. Johnson against Westbrook. Looking to end this cold spell. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
Johnson against Westbrook. Pass to James. Off target with the 3.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Johnson passes to Malone.
You know, you can't go for this if you're the defense. I mean, once Malone has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
First team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. San Antonio leading by 7. Inside. Here's Shays. Out to James. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Boy, it's no secret that LeBron James is an outstanding passer. Oh, I love his vision in the pick and roll.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Here's Petrovic. After the basket by Dallas. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And so it's Dallas with it. 9-point game. Johnson with it. He's got 10. Pass to Pippen. Johnson on the wing. Hounded by Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. Pippen, no good. San Antonio leading by 9. Here's Petrovic. Fires in the triple. Petrovic has got 6 in the quarter.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Dallas making a change here. Harper's checked in.
All right, fans, that was your new Geek Squad. Make some noise.
Outside Jones. Here's Malone. That one off the back iron and out.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Here's Shays. He's got 10.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Dallas trails by 14. Outside Jones. Can they get it? Again, the miss by Dallas.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
James passes to Shays. Three-pointer, no good. The Mavericks shooting just 36% in the third. Pass to Harper. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Westbrook right side. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Dallas ball.
And for Dallas, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Outside Jones. Pass to Randolph. It's hauled in by Thurman. Thurman's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Shays passes to Westbrook. Here's Thurman. Now Westbrook, defended by Jones. 4 on the clock. Westbrook, the pass to Thurman. The rebound by Malone.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Pass to Harper, and there's a 3-second violation.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
San Antonio leading by 14. It's James on the wing. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Dallas ball.
Here's Harper. He's got 9. Outside Jones. To stop the drought. Knocks it down from distance. Jones has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
James. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Randolph's got rebound number 7 tonight. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, once he finds his rhythm, gets into a groove, he just needs to stay aggressive, and that's exactly what he's doing, making himself dangerous on offense.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 11.
Great box out. Walled him off and hauled it in.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Malone. And he drops it in from the low post. Malone's got 13. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here we go. Please give it up for your Dallas Dancers.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's James. He's got 19. Pass to Shays. Now here is James. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul. Jamal Mashburn.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Shooting for San Antonio. LeBron James.
Mind
One
the
shot.
lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from James.
Guys, I tell you what, just really enjoyable watching LeBron still do his thing. I mean, we're witnessing extended greatness.
Here's Harper. 9 points in the game. Mashburn, pass to Malone. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Chenier. And here's James. And there's 1:38 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. No good with a layup. Mashburn, the pass to Harper. And it's good. 2 points.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Jordan's checked in for Dallas. Butler's checked in for San Antonio.
Boy, you get so much game from a guy like Ron Harper. Passing, scoring, defending, rebounding. He really is a guy who can do everything for his team.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Chenier. 1:09 left in the third quarter. And here's Butler outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Jordan's got 5 rebounds in the game. Mashburn, the pass to Pippen. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from him. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Now here's Murray. Outside Butler. Beyond the arc. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, this is where Jordan really does most of his eating, finishing after setting a solid screen.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Butler passes to Chenier. Here's Murray. Pass to Lambier. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Spurs, providing the scoring punch right now, putting up a cool 22. Back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for the Spurs, we've got Julius Randle. He's out there with Butler. And it's Lambier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Drazen Petrovic. First personal foul. First team foul. In the lineup for the Spurs, number 45, Phil Chenier.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Pippen. 5 to shoot. Jordan the screen. Pippen, no good. And for San Antonio, they're shooting pretty well at 45%. Petrovic shot is off. Dallas is shooting at a respectable 49%. Mashburn, the pass to Pippen. To tie it up. Tipped.
Nice awareness from Lambier on defense. Sees the shot forming and gets there for the rejection.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Some solid defense from Jordan. Down low. Here's Harper, pounded by Westbrook. Pass to Jordan. Outside Johnson. Here's Mashburn. And it's all tied up.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Westbrook, the pass to Chenier. Pass to Petrovic. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Harper. Pippen, pass to Harper. To the paint to take the lead. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got 11 points here in the second half.
Boy, Pippen showing you some passing right there with that nice finish.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Chenier passes to Westbrook. Basket counts.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Pippen. Rebounded by Butler.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The shot's good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Harper, hounded by Westbrook. Plenty of space. And Harper gets it to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Out to the wing. Petrovic passes to Westbrook. Counted from distance. And the Spurs lead by 3.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Johnson. Jones, he's checked in for Harper. And Johnson drops them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Westbrook, the pass to Lambier. Inside. And he dunks it down.
Oh, how about that? Flushing it home. You don't see that often from Petrovic.
Pass to Mashburn. Here's Pippen. To the inside. Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's Westbrook. For 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Pippen. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Pippen's got 25 points.
I love to see Pippen hunting his shot, especially when he's got the position he wants inside.
Pass to Petrovic. Back to Westbrook. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Over to the left wing. Outside Johnson. Here's Pippen. Jordan the screen. Pippen, pass to Johnson. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
A little surprising to see Johnson take one from deep, but his focus and shot mechanics make it work.
Pass to Lambier. Westbrook against Johnson. With the fadeaway. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Johnson passes to Pippen. Down low. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan. That gives him a double-double in this one.
How about Pippen's decision-making in screen and ropes? I mean, he can really break the defense down.
Pass to Lambier. Here's Petrovic looking to end the run. And the three-pointer goes. Petrovic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Outside Jones. And there's the lob. Johnson finds Jordan. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Westbrook against Johnson. Pass to Petrovic. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Pippen. Outside Jones. Now here's Jordan. Low block shot. Petrovic with a rebound. Pass to Chenier. Westbrook with it, covered by Johnson. Westbrook against Johnson. Westbrook, that's good. Westbrook's got 9 points now in the second half.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Outside Jones. The crossover. It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Westbrook, the pass to Chenier. Some solid defense from Jordan. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Shoots from 14. Rebound by San Antonio. Shays has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Chenier. And he lobs it up top. And it's James with the jam.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Here's Malone. Now here's Johnson. Pounded by Westbrook. Here's Malone. Out left to the wing. To the wing on the left. Malone. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Making a change here.
Number 3, Drazen Petrovic.
James outside. And there's the screen. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 5. Oh, LeBron sending it home.
That's as good as you can defend LeBron inside, and it's still not good enough.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. The lead is 2. Here's Malone.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Pippen. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got 4 rebounds now. And here's Westbrook from the arc. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Outside Johnson. Here's Malone. He's now 8 for 11 after that Nate shot.
Hey, the game plan is real easy, folks. Get it to Malone and let the mailman deliver.
Here's Westbrook. Johnson with the defensive effort. Dallas leading by 4. We've got 1:13 left in the final quarter. Malone. And it's Shays with a rebound. San Antonio shooting 44% here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Thurman. The rebound by Malone.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
He got a piece of it.
Great defensive awareness and anticipation from Randolph. Seeing the shot coming and getting there to deny it.
.35 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter.
A sloppy pass. Have to be more precise than that. And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And an intentional foul right there.
Dolph Shays. 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. There's 18 seconds left to play in the 4th. All right, guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. James passes to Westbrook. No good with the triple. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And time now to present our player of the game.
Thanks for coming out to support your team. Make sure to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next sporting event.
I'm loving every
with it, but like
It was fat in there.
they can't do that no more.
Yeah, I like the next chapter. Like I said,
Brody, have y'all watched any type of the 1v1 basketball in this?
Story time, y'all, how I got robbed of $24,000 and I lost my mansion. House was $4,000 a month. I'm like, okay, cool. The owner asked, I'm like, okay, I just got paid 2 times that. Simple. The owner asked me because I was 23 years old. He was like, you're young. I need 4 times the rent to see if you can pay in there, which, mind you, is illegal. But knowing me, young as hell, went and did it anyway. Like, cool, blah, blah, we got the crib. Then, all of a sudden, I'm in China playing basketball. It's like, of course, 6 months go by. China playing basketball, life good. We get an email. Boom. My girl like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Start freaking out. I'm like, babe, what happened? She talking about this dude. I'm gonna give out his name. Fuck it. Jorge Lopez. The bank is taking the house 3 to 6 months. You guys can live there rent free. I'm leaving the country. We texted him like, okay, can we get our deposit back? Cause mind you, we just gave this man like $16K to get into that house. Then he told us also like, yeah, the neighbors across the street, they haven't been paying for the last 2 months or whatever. It's cool. I'm like, damn, I just paid you for the last 2 months. That's $8,000 gone. So that's $16K and then an extra $8K. And I'm like, okay, so can I get like my deposit back or the last 2 months? And he's like, no, things are bad for me right now. I don't have time for this. Everything's good. You're gonna live rent free for the next couple months. I'm like, okay, but what if the bank come take the house? Like, what am I gonna get from that? He's like, like I said, things are bad for me right now. It's either that or nothing. Like, I'm in China right now, and I gotta go home the next month and figure out what's going on. But I'll tell y'all the rest later. Story time, y'all, how I got robbed of $24,000 and I lost my mansion. House was
come at you, and then you do something else that provides a new hack for a new enemy type that does something different there too. And then another room later, there's like multiple of them, so now I'm having to actively dodge these things, and I'm hacking one and paying attention to the next and shooting and like looking. And the whole point of the puzzle is that you kind of have to play like a snake mini game, where there's a big grid of almost like 25 dots, right? And in those dots, you have to make your way around this in a specific fashion. There's like 2 key points you have to hit. So you have to make your way around this stuff and play what is kind of like a small mini game on top of a core shooting action game. And then I kept playing it, and about a minute or 2 had passed, and I went, I'm ruined. It's over for me. This is the end. Because I like it. It's the game that I have been clowning on quite emphatically for the longest period of time, and I get to the next room, and this music kicks in, this techno music drops right when all the monsters do, and you just enter this flow state where the right side of my brain is like doing all of this stuff, but the left side of my brain is playing like a shooter action game. And yeah, like the main character, Hugh, has like a dodge with a boost gauge, and that gauge at the bottom allows you to do only so many actions, right? You can't just boost all over the place, but you have like running and you have floating and you have ways to maneuver around this stuff, but you're also having to lock in and then have Diana solve these mini games, and you pretty much solve the mini games. Let me get out of the controller. You move everything around with these buttons and you shoot with these buttons, but then like the mini game is over here. So when you go up, left, down, right on the mini game to pilot around, it is not impairing your ability to move around with the main character. Everything sounds like this does not seem like a particularly great idea, you know? I'm watching this presentation like, bro, I don't know about this. This is pretty weird. And then you start playing it, and I'm like, ah, shit. It's good. In fact, it was, I would honestly say, one of the only games at the show that I went back over and over and over again to play. And I'm so pissed off that that's the case. It's very bizarre to me. So why do I feel with this game this way about this game? So just clown on it, Max. I know what you're saying. The thing is, the game engages the shit out of you. Like, I'm sitting here and you're doing these things, and that left right hemisphere of the brain shit starts kicking in a way where it's like, I go through this whole demo and I'm just flying through it, right? You're solving environmental puzzles, you're doing this, you're doing that. The environment's okay. It's sort of like straightforward and doesn't have a ton of pizzazz to it because you're just on a space station. The enemies are evolving and getting different, and they're giving you different ones and different combinations, like a lot. And you're having to look around a lot of like, okay, so how do we get past this room? There's the puzzle up there. Now I got to solve this with a quick hack, which is like a quick 3-button press of which one's like light, medium, or heavy. So there's different kinds of puzzles that are being presented in this first, like, it honestly is 15 minutes. Because by the time you get to the boss, the devs are like, nah, can't play anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess my time is up, because I was locked in so hard when I was playing through all these sequences. By the time I got to the boss, I looked around and everybody was gone. And it was like, oh, I guess I was in there for a while? Oh, okay, thank you. And then I came back under the idea that, okay, so I got to get back in there and beat that boss. I got to go. That boss has got to get beaten. I have to. So I got back, and on the second playthrough, I skipped all the cutscenes because I had seen them all, and the presentation stuff, which is like they're giving you some lore things. There's like, combat room, moving room with a puzzle, back to combat room. So sometimes a lore room. Second time through, I just fly. I'm just flying through this shit. I know how the mechanics work. I know how stuff is. And it was even better. I felt like I was playing a Mega Man game, where now I know the patterns and stuff. Now it's just time to book it and cook it. And to be real, I liked it even more. Flew by the whole demo, just like roasted everything, and then got to the boss, and they tapped me on the shoulder, and they're like, that's it. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And they're like, I've only been here for a couple minutes. And the guy's like, actually, we can't have you play the boss right now. And I'm like, oh, the demo ends at the boss, and they doesn't have like a hard end point. They just pretty much tell you that's all we want to show for right now, which is like things are still being tuned and worked on, I guess. And I was like, oh man, come on. Like, I actually got to a point where I was enjoying myself so much and moving as quickly as I could from like the beginning of the level to the end, that like that flow state kicked in, man. And then I started to realize I've felt this before in a different game. I've been here before, my dude. Another game where you go into like a robot base and you have to start immediately getting into this base and evaluating enemies and like icons and different things on a map. And there is a moment where you enter said level and the music drops and it's like engage. And there's like techno music to go with that as you're doing stuff, and the characters dancing. I'm describing Piano 3, and I got confirmation that there is no spiritual connection between Piano 3 and this, because I'll be real, I played Piano 3 back when it came out. It's not necessarily a great game. The exploration was kind of balls, and the game is just kind of the same thing the whole time. But I felt like the thing that was the most fun about that, which is enter room with kind of like robot space, enemies and objectives present themselves to you, execute game plan. Here comes the techno music, and the music would accompany you through that sequence and then end as we move on and push forward like in Piano 3. That shit was exactly the same. Like, the techno music kicks in, all right, Diana, let's whoop ass, bam, bam, hack this, do this, bam, hack that. I was like, wow, I'm locked in here, dude. I can't believe it after so many years. I can't believe it's fun. Like, everybody I talked to said the same thing. They're like, why is this so good? Like, everybody was saying the same shit. Wait a minute. Why is it so simple and fun? And I use this example where it feels like an indie AAA game where the visuals and the performance was only okay. If I have some criticisms, the performance was all over the place, right? It definitely needed some work, but almost the performance didn't get in the way of me having a lot of fun. It feels like an indie AAA game where there's this concept of like you're doing one thing and then this other thing. And these sort of like they sort of handshake with each other and how they complement the action. So solving this and moving to that, going from like this situation to solving a puzzle, enemies literally building up and gonna smack you, and you have to be like, crap, do I try to like solve the puzzle to expose the weak point of the monster in time? Because that's the whole gimmick of like, once the puzzle is solved, the monster goes, ugh, and it stuns, and you get all these weak points that you can attack. Do I try to solve this just in time, and then boom, they hit you like, ah, crap. And when you get hit, it's like Diana takes the damage. Like, and if you screw up something where you're going through the puzzle and you mess it up, Diana goes, she's like on your back and she gets shocked, and he was like, sorry. Like, something like that happened when I was playing. It was so funny, dude. That was sort of my experience with it. I felt a little bit of spiritual PNO3 here. This is one of those games, again, I've been describing this a bit. The same things happen with Invincible Versus and even Resident Evil 9. Once you actually get your hands on it, it's like way better. And that presentation, anything that we've seen, doesn't really give you like the connecting tissue satisfaction of solving those puzzles and clearing out those rooms in the way that, like, no, you have to be in there and engaged in order to feel what that feels like. So this is one of those games I recommend you try, right? Hopefully there's a demo. Hopefully there's more trade shows that it's available at. This is one that I don't think you should skip out on, because it really does feel like a sort of like simple concept, but it feels very arcade-like. And when I was playing it, it evolved a little bit. It was just like 15 minutes of a game, man. It's like the beginning. But it evolved a little bit. It gave modifiers. So you pick up modifiers and guns across the level, where these guns get added to your inventory, but they have limited ammunition. You have to literally pick up another gun with more ammunition.
And we're back. It's your boy. Out of everything. I mean, hey, I hate Warren County, you dig? Warren County, you dig? We're just gonna be out here exercising our right to record in public places and spaces, such as this public easement. Out here in front of this, I guess, Electrolux. So we're just gonna be out here. Y'all bear with me. Another building over here. Oh, it's Tyson Food. Yeah, that. Tyson Food. No, that might get ratchet. Hey, listen, man. I went up to the. I went back to Lexington, tried to go to the city meeting back on the. I don't know, it was the first. I was trying to go to the city meeting. I was told that the meeting was started at 7 o'clock. I got there at 7 o'clock on the dot. I got there at 7 o'clock on the dot, and it seemed that, and the lady told me, I got there, the doors were locked, but it was like 7, 8 cars outside. Out there on the side street right there. At 7 o'clock at night. So when I knocked on the door, I seen the lady inside. She said the meeting was at 4:30. It wasn't. The meeting was